Hi dear friends, welcome all. In this video, we are going to discuss a proposition from the paper Complex Analysis. And the proposition says that if we are given an open connected set G, we are given an open connected region G, and we are given a complex function f from G to C, and we are assumed that the function f is differentiable with f dash of z is equal to for all z in G. That means the function is differentiable for all points z belongs to G and the derivative is 0. Then the conclusion says that then the function must be constant. Before going to the proof of the theorem, we can discuss what happens if we remove the connectedness of G. Let it be some G1, and I am marking another open set, let it be some G2. If I am defining G as G1 union G2, then G1 union G2 both are separated sets. That means G is not connected set. And I am defining a function from G where G is G1 union G2 to C by f of z equal to, I am defining 1 for all z belongs to G1 and 2 for all z belongs to G2. If we take the derivative of the given function f, what about f dash of z? If z belongs to G1, then f of z is 1, its derivative is 0. If z belongs to G1, also if z belongs to G2, its derivative is also 0. That means the function whose derivative is 0. But the function is not constant on G. For some points belongs to G1, the mapping is 1, and for some points belongs to G2, the mapping is 2. Hence the function is non-constant, but its derivative is 0. Here the considered set G is not connected. Therefore, G must be open connected. Then if derivative is 0, then the function is constant. Now, I am mentioning the real case of our proposition. I am mentioning a theorem from real analysis. Is the real case of our proposition, and the theorem states that if f is a real continuous function on closed AB which is differentiable in open AB, if f dash of x equal to 0 for every x belongs to open AB, then f is constant. The theorem states that if we are given a continuous function differentiable on open AB, then and its derivative is 0 for every x belongs to open AB, then the function must be constant. This theorem is a consequence of mean value theorem. This can be proved by using mean value theorem in the real analysis. And look at our proposition. Here our set G is open and connected. In the sense of real case, An open connected set in R is just an open interval. Therefore, in place of G, we are considered the open interval open AB, and f dash of x is 0 for every x belongs to open AB, then f is constant. Therefore, our proposition is the generalization to the complex numbers of this real case theorem, and this theorem can be proved by using mean value theorem. Therefore, and in the meanwhile of proving our proposition in the complex case, that means our proposition, we will make use of this theorem. That means in the real case, if a function vanishing on an open interval, then the function must be constant. Now we can move on to the proposition onto our proposition. What is our proposition says? We are given an open connected domain G. It is open and which is connected, and f is a complex function from G to C. Therefore, we are given a function f from G to C. Therefore, here our UV plane, in the z plane xy or z plane, we are given an open connected set. In the w or UV plane, the function mapping f from UV plane, and the function mapping such that f dash of z is equal to 0 for every z belongs to G. That means if we fix a point z0 in this set, and I am marking the image of f of z0 equal to some w0, fix a point z0 in G and whose image is w0, and we are given that f dash of z is equal to 0 for every z in G, and our aim is to prove that f is constant. That means f is constant means if we letting the points in G, all the points will map to the point z0, w0. All points in the set G will map to the point w0. Therefore, we can start the proof. Let z0 belongs to G. That means we are given an open set G, open connected set G, and fix a point z0, and whose image is f of z0, that is some w0. Let z0 belongs to G and w0 is equal to f of z0. Our aim is to prove that f is constant. That means if we consider the points inside the set G, we have to show that all the points will map to the point w0. I am considering the set of all collections in the set G such that z is mapped to w0 under f. That means set of all z belongs to G such that f of z is equal to w0, and I am letting it as some capital A. A is the set of all z belongs to G such that f of z is equal to w0. Then what is our aim? We have to prove that A equal to G. If we shows that A equal to G, then for all points inside G will map it to w0, then f is a constant. Therefore, our aim is to prove that A equal to G. Our claim A equal to G. In order to prove A equal to G, if I claim that A is both open and closed in G, then we can show that A equal to G. In the real case, we are studied that the only Kloppen subsets, Kloppen means both open and closed subsets of R are the whole set and the empty set. Here also the only Kloppen sets are the whole set G and the empty set phi. Here W naught in this set A, what is the image of Z naught? Z naught is W naught. Therefore, Z naught belongs to A. Z naught, f of Z naught is equal to W naught. That will implies Z naught belongs to A. That will implies A is non-empty. Therefore, the set A is non-empty. Just I am consider F as a set which is non-empty and proper. A proper non-empty subset of G such that it is both open and closed. That means we have a set F which is open and closed and which is non-empty and proper. As F is open, F complement, what about F complement? Sorry, as F is closed, what about F complement? F complement will be open. Therefore, the set F is open and the set F complement is also open. What about F union F complement? If F is a subset of G, then F union F complement is equal to G and F intersection F complement equal to empty. F is open, F complement is also open and their intersection is empty. That means F and F complement form a separation for the set G that will contradict our assumptions that G is connector. Therefore, there does not exist such a F. That means there does not exist a non-empty proper both open and closed sets. That means there does not exist non-empty proper Kloppen subsets. Therefore, the only Kloppen subsets of G are whole set G and phi. Therefore, if we prove that A is both open and closed, that means A is Kloppen set, then as A is non-empty, A must be equal to G. Therefore, in order to prove A equal to G, we have to show that A is both open and closed. Therefore, we prove, first of all, we prove A is closed and then we prove A is open. Therefore, our claim is to prove that the set A is closed and the set A is open. Therefore, our first claim is A is closed and we have defined A is set of all Z belongs to G such that F of Z is equal to W naught and W naught is defined by the image of Z naught belongs to G. Therefore, we have to prove that A is closed in G. A is closed in G. Whenever we say that A set is closed, the set A is closed, we have to show that the set A is closed. In order to show that A is closed, by using the definition of closed, we have to consider a sequence of points in A and whose limit points belongs to G and that limit point must lie in A, then we say that A is closed set. That means if the sequence of points if we make a sequence by using the points of A, then its limit points must be contained in A. Hence, we have to let a sequence by making use of the points in A and limit n tending to Zn equal to some Z belongs to G. In order to prove that A closed set, all the limit points of the sequence of points, the sequence by making points of A must lie in the set A. Therefore, in order to prove that the set A is closed, we have to prove that Z belongs to A. Therefore, our claim is to prove that Z belongs to A. If we prove Z belongs to A, then A must be closed. Here we are given Zn converges to the point Z and F is continuous. F is differentiable. All differentiable functions are continuous. Therefore, the function F must be continuous. Then by the continuity, sequential definition of continuity, what about F of Zn? F of Zn must be goes to F of Z by the sequential definition of continuity. As Zn goes to Z and F is continuous, F of Zn must goes to F of Z. Also, here Zn belongs to A for all n greater than or equal to 1. We have constructed the sequence by using the points of A. And what about the set A? Set of all Z belongs to G, F of Z is equal to W naught. That will implies as Zn belongs to A, F of Zn must be equal to W naught. That means F of Zn equal to W naught will implies F of Z equal to W naught by making use of the continuity and by making use of the definition of the set A. That means by 1 and 2 we get F of Z is equal to W naught. F of Z is equal to W naught means that Z belongs to A will implies Z belongs to A. Therefore, we have proved that the limit point of a sequence by points using A is in A. That means all the limit points contained in A. Therefore, the set A is closed. Therefore, our first claim is proved. Now, we have to prove that the set A is open in G. Now, our claim number 2 is A is open in G. What is the definition of a set is open? If a set is open, all its points are interior points. All points of A are interior points. Then we have A is open. Therefore, we have to assume a point in A. Let A belongs to A. We have to show that A is an interior point of A. Then A must be open in G. A is an interior point of A. To prove that A is an interior point of A, we have to find an open ball around A that is completely contained in the set A. Therefore, let A belongs to A and we have to find an open ball in G that is completely contained in A and an open ball around A. Epsilon is greater than 0, therefore this is an open ball in G. In order to prove that A is an interior point of A, we have to claim that the open ball BA epsilon is completely contained in A. This is our A. If we prove that BA epsilon subset of A, then A is an interior point of A, then A is an open set in G, where BA epsilon is an open ball in G. Therefore, our claim is to prove that the open ball is completely contained in A. A എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് പെണ്ണെടുത്ത് ഉടനെ കട്ട് ചെയ്യാം. In order to prove this open ball is contained in A, this set is contained in A, we have to find a point from BA epsilon, and we have to show that that point must belongs to A. Therefore, let Z belongs to BA epsilon. Therefore, our claim is to prove that Z belongs to A. If we prove Z belongs to A, then BA epsilon is contained in A and A is an open set in G. For proving this implication, we have to make use of the real case of this proposition. What is the real case of our proposition? If f is a continuous function on closed AB, and if f is differentiable on open AB such that f dash of x is equal to 0 for every x belongs to open AB, then f is constant on closed AB. Therefore, in order to make use of this real case of our proposition, we have to find a new real function. Therefore, for making use of this real case, I am defining a new real function. Let it be some g of t. T is a real variable by making use of our complex function f, and it is defined by f of tz plus 1 minus t into A, and t varies from 0 to 1. Therefore, in the case of closed AB, here closed 0 1, and in the case of f, here G. What about the continuity on closed AB? Since the function f is differentiable, this is the composition of two കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് കട്ട് ചെയ്യുക. ടു കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് കട്ട് ചെയ്യുക. ഇവിടുന്ന് തുടങ്ങാം. Differentiable function, therefore f is continuous on closed AB and differentiable on open AB. If we shows that g dash of t equal to 0 for every x belongs to open AB, then we can conclude that g is 0. Therefore, in order to show that g dash of t equal to 0, we have to find g dash of t. What about g dash of t? By chain rule for composite functions, first the derivative of the outer function is f dash of tz plus 1 minus t a into the derivative of inner function with respect to t. The derivative of tz is z, and the derivative of 1 minus ta. Expanding, we will get a minus at. The derivative of a is 0. The derivative of at is a. Therefore, g dash of t is equal to f dash of tz plus 1 minus ta into z minus a. Our aim is to show that g dash of t is equal to 0. And in our assumption we have f dash of z is equal to 0. F dash of z is equal to 0 for every z in G. So, in order to prove that g dash of t equal to 0, if we can show that f dash of tz plus 1 minus ta equal to 0, then we will get g dash of t is equal to 0. Therefore, by making use of our assumption, we have to claim that this point tz plus 1 minus ta belongs to G. That is our claim. Now, what about tz plus 1 minus ta? And t varies from 0 to 1, therefore it is the convex linear combination of the points z and a. We are given an arbitrary domain. G is an open connected set, and we have an open ball B, and Z is a point inside the open ball. If we varying t, if we putting t equal to 0, what we will get? T equal to 0, then tz plus 1 minus ta will equal to a, and t equal to 1, then tz plus 1 minus ta will be equal to z. Therefore, this is the line joining the 2 points a and z. I am mentioning one another result. Every open ball is convex. All open balls are convex. Therefore, our open ball BA epsilon will be a convex set. And by the definition of convex says that if we consider A is a convex set, if we consider 2 points inside A, any 2 points inside A, then the line joining these 2 points entirely lie in the set A. Then the set is said to be a convex set. Here the open ball B is a convex set. Therefore, the line joining A and Z will be contained entirely lies in the open ball B. Therefore, the line joining A and Z is tz plus 1 minus ta, 0 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 1. That means this point must belongs to B, as B is a convex set. Every open ball is a convex set, and we have B is a subset of G. Therefore, this point must belongs to G, and then we can conclude that g dash of t is equal to 0 by our assumption f dash of z is equal to 0 for every z belongs to G. Hence, G is a constant function. That means we have concluded that if we define g of t such that f of tz plus 1 minus t into a 0 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 1, then G is a constant function by the real case of our proposition. And the real case can be proved by making use of mean value theorem. Now, as G is a constant, if we putting t equal to 1, what will we get? G of 1 equal to f of 1 into z, 1 minus 1, 0, therefore f of z. And as G is a constant, this will equal to G of 0. And if we putting G of t equal to 0, what will get? F of 0 z 0, 1 minus 0 into a is a. And we are choose the point A from the set A, and the set A is defined by set of all z belongs to G such that f of z is equal to w naught. Therefore, f of A equal to w naught. F of z equal to w naught. That means f of z is equal to w naught will imply Z belongs to the set A. We are chosen the point Z from BA epsilon, and we are concluded that the point Z lies in the set A. That means BA epsilon, the open ball is entirely contained in A. That means the point A belongs to A, is an interior point of A, and hence A is open in G. Therefore, we proved that the set A is both open and closed, and hence our claim, hence our proposition. Okay, we can wind up this session. Thank you.